In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to create a date column in Coda, so you can start managing tasks, deadlines, events, and any other time-based information inside your tables with total confidence. Coda is a powerful all-in-one doc that blends documents, spreadsheets, and databases, and adding a date column is one of the most useful things you can do because it unlocks sorting, filtering, and even calendar views for your data. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. First, you'll want to open your web browser and head over to coda.io. Once you're there, sign into your Coda account using whichever method you prefer, whether that's Google, Microsoft, or your email. I'll wait while you get logged in, and once you're in, you'll be looking at your Docs dashboard, which is where all your documents live. Now open the specific document that contains the table where you want to add that date column. If you haven't created a table yet, don't worry, you can always add one by typing / and choosing table. But for this tutorial, I'm assuming you already have a table ready to go. Navigate to the page where that table is located. You can click through your Docs pages on the left sidebar until you find the right one. Once you're on the right page, look at your table and find the last column. You'll see a small plus button, usually labeled Add Column, or just a plus sign, sitting right beside it. Go ahead and click that button. This is where you tell Coda what kind of data that new column will hold. A menu will pop up, and among the options you'll see things like text, number, select, and of course date. Choose date from that list. This is really important because picking the right column type tells Coda how to treat the data inside it. So by choosing date, you're enabling all the date-specific features like sorting chronologically, filtering by date range, and even viewing entries on a calendar or timeline. Now that you've selected date, you'll be prompted to give the column a name. This is where you want to be clear and descriptive so that you and anyone else using the table instantly knows what that date represents. For example, if you're tracking project deadlines, you might name it due date. If you're managing an event schedule, you could call it start date or event date. Just type the name into the field at the top of the settings panel. Once you're happy with the name, click Done, or simply click anywhere outside the settings panel to create the column. And just like that, you have a brand new date column ready to use. Now it's time to start putting dates into your table. Click on any empty cell inside that new date column. A date picker will appear, which is basically a small calendar pop-up that lets you navigate month by month and click on the day you want. You can also type a date directly if you prefer. Just make sure it's in a format Coda understands, like January 15th, 2025 or January 15th, 2025. I personally recommend using the calendar picker because it ensures accuracy and avoids any formatting confusion. Once you've selected or typed your date, press enter or click away, and the date will appear in the cell. Repeat this process for each row where you need a date, whether that's deadlines, milestones, birthdays, or anything time-based. After you've added a few dates, take a moment to review your table. Make sure each date is entered correctly and appears in the format you expect. Coda displays dates in a clean, readable format by default, but if you ever need to adjust the display, like showing the day of the week or just the month and year, you can do that by clicking the column header, choosing column settings, and tweaking the format options there. One thing I love about Coda is that it automatically saves your changes as you go, so there's no need to click a save button. Every date you enter, every column you create, it's all saved instantly. This means your work is safe even if you close the browser by accident, so you can move fast without worry. Using date columns really transforms how you organize your schedules and track time-sensitive information. For example, once your dates are in place, you can click the column header and choose Sort Ascending to see everything in chronological order, helping you spot the next upcoming deadline at a glance. You can also add a filter to show only tasks due this week or this month, which is incredibly handy for staying on top of your workload. And if you ever want a visual overview, you can create a calendar view from that table, which pulls all your date columns onto a monthly calendar automatically. It's a fantastic way to see your entire timeline in one screen. Let me leave you with a few best practices. Always use descriptive names for your date columns, so you never confuse a start date with a due date. Enter your dates consistently across the whole table. Stick with one format and use the calendar picker whenever possible to avoid typos. Sort or filter by date regularly to find upcoming or past items quickly. And don't be afraid to combine your date columns with other column types like status or assignee for much richer project tracking. For example, you could filter by due date is before tomorrow and status is not complete to see exactly what's overdue. That kind of setup can save you hours of manual checking. And that's it. You now know how to create a date column in Coda and start using it to manage deadlines, events, and schedules with ease. The real power comes from combining this simple column type with Coda's sorting, filtering, and calendar views, so your documents become a living hub for all your time-based planning. If you found this helpful, consider bookmarking this video or saving the tutorial so you can quickly revisit these steps whenever you need to add a new date column. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.